Thursday morning here in the Sunrise Show. We have to keep reminding ourselves of that because it does feel a bit like Friday. We're looking ahead to a lot of events this weekend. Hood to Coast. We've got that skateboarding event that Thomas Schultz is talking about live this morning in downtown Portland. So a lot to come on our show this morning, but first we have to tackle a little weather.
Here's radar this morning. We had rain showers pick up last night along the coast, and the wave is now bouncing mostly into the coast range. So far, we have been dry up and down I-5. There's some rain in McMinnville and just outside of Salem. Monmouth has been seeing a little bit of rain this morning. Cloudy start, but a dry first step out the door, if you will. 65 is the number right now. Now, this is a day with an ongoing threat of scattered showers, but it does not look like we will see much, meaning lots of dry time. 70 at noon, 74 degrees at high. Today's main event starts this evening by 8 o'clock tonight at the latest. It looks like we'll be in a heavy rain band that could have thunder and lightning. That's this evening, and for now, that's your update.
All right, Rodney Hill, thank you for that. We are just a day away from a brand new skateboarding tournament kicking off in downtown Portland. The waterfront will host pros and up-and-coming skaters from around the world.
All right, Thomas Schultz is covering this story for us live this morning along the waterfront. Thomas, I like your script this morning. You're basically teasing the idea of skateboarding, but then never actually doing it. And I think that's probably the safest course of action.
Safest course, Drew. We're going to get a little bit more dangerous here. I'm not going to do anything crazy.
Put a helmet on.
We're going to at least try to roll around. Whoa!
Oh my gosh.
Look at that. Look at that.
Go, Thomas.
I didn't think I'd be able to do it. What a day. Way to learn. Woo. All right, anyways. So there's a lot going on out here this weekend, as you guys alluded to. 80 skaters, right? A lot of pros. We even got some Olympians. You thought you saw skating in the Olympics. Well, I mean, you can just come down here this weekend, see them out here in Portland. Not only is there skateboarding going on, and a lot of it, there's concerts, there's murals being painted, there's beer, there's food, there's vendors of all kinds, and it's going on all weekend. Best part, guys, completely free. Everything free. You just show up to Tom McCall Waterfront down here and just have a great time. I mean, we're gonna have an actual skater here join us in just a bit, but just a ton of great family fun to be a part of down here at the waterfront. Maybe they'll even help you in your skateboarding activities, maybe help you learn a little bit. But again, Olympians are out here. I mean, we've got people, pros, semi-pros of all kinds who are gonna be out here all weekend long, kicking off tomorrow morning. Guys, back to you.
Thomas, are you suggesting that you are not the real skater?
You know, I mean, I'm on my way, Drew. I'm on my way. Not there yet, but close to it.
We do look forward to hearing from the pro here coming up at 6:45. Right now, though, do we have some other top headlines to get to? Starting here, a Portland man faces federal charges after he allegedly threatened to blow up Jewish hospitals in New York. Federal prosecutors have indicted Domagoj Petkovich, saying he made 6 fake bomb threats in 2021 that targeted, Jewish hospitals and care centers. The threats led to multiple bomb sweeps and at least one partial evacuation and lockdown. If he's convicted, Petkovich could face up to 155 years in prison.
The man who police say tried to abduct an 11-year-old girl at Vancouver Park has made his first court appearance. 35-year-old Michael McLaughlin right there is charged with unlawful imprisonment and 4th-degree assault. Yesterday, prosecutors asked the judge to add attempted kidnapping charges, but the judge said what happened in the park last Sunday did not appear to meet the legal definition of kidnapping. Meantime, neighbors in the Vancouver Heights community say they are still feeling shaken up.
I've been here 64 years, and that's a long time to live in one place. It was disturbing and unsettling to me to something like that happens here.
The suspect's mother told KGW this whole thing was a misunderstanding, saying her son thought the girl was his daughter, who he hasn't seen in 2 years. We have an update on a shooting in Southeast Portland that left one person dead. Police have now identified the victim as 50-year-old Lorenzo Miranda. He was shot near Southeast 122nd and Division Monday night. Paramedics tried to save Miranda, but he died at the scene.
Miranda was one of 3 people killed by gun violence in Portland in a span of just 48 hours, and so far police haven't made any arrests. Yesterday, though, we did hear from the family of one of the victims, 45-year-old Donnie Calabaza. He was shot and killed Sunday night in the Buckman neighborhood at Southeast 9th and Washington. Donnie's close friends describe him as generous and an active member in indigenous events all across the city.
Being able to take him to Mount Hood, to a sacred place, and where he'll be buried, and that's going to come with his ashes, his clothing, as well as a bow and arrow, a knife, meat, and water, so he can take it on to the next journey.
That was Donnie's older sister. He also leaves behind a 17-year-old son.
Now to Idaho, where Brian Kohberger is expected to be back in court next week. He's accused of killing 4 University of Idaho students back in 2022. Next week's hearing will cover a potential venue change for the trial. Kohberger's attorneys say he won't get an unbiased jury if the trials are held where the murders happened, but the state is pushing to keep the case where it is. The two sides will present their case next Thursday. The official trial is set for this summer.
3 people were forced from their homes after an apartment tower in the Selwood neighborhood of southeast Portland caught fire. Crews say it started last night on a 5th floor balcony right around 8 o'clock before spreading to 3 additional floors. No one was hurt, though, thanks in part to neighbors really looking out for each other.
There was this one lady that, we had to help her down the stairs and stuff. She started crying. I was like, it's okay. It's going to be okay. I was kind of scared for her, though. Like, I was scared for all of us, to be real.
Firefighters were able to put out the fire within about a half hour. There's no word yet, though, on the cause.
Oregon was just awarded more than $35 million to help salmon recovery efforts in the state. NOAA awarded the funds to the state to help restore Pacific salmon and steelhead. More than $3 million of that is going to 2 groups in the Klamath Basin. The money will help fund repairing and reviving water habitat and the ongoing efforts to remove the Klamath Dam.
All right, some big news this morning for a former Duck. Again, China, what time is it?
Bow time.
Bo Nix named the starting quarterback of the Denver Broncos. So the reason this is such a big deal is that he will be just the 2nd Broncos rookie ever to start a quarterback in week 1 of the NFL season. And Rod, you flexed your NFL knowledge a little earlier, correctly identifying John Elway as the only other rookie to pull that off.
So real quick, to me, kind of fits the mold of Kurt Warner. He's older, wise, has a strong arm.
Okay, no, I hear you. I mean, he did just wrap up college, and I know that extended a little bit. Kurt Warner was, I think he was almost 30 when he got his shot, wasn't he?
I know he was older. I'm just thinking, I don't know, maybe I'm way off base, but to me, I'm thinking, could he have the same success that Kurt Warner had? We'll see. All right, we've got rain showers moving up the coast range this morning. The coast had rain a good chunk of the night. It was mostly light for the time being. That's bouncing off. Everything's shaded in this light green color, almost avocado. From Medford to Portland and all of Washington is in not severe weather, but a thunderstorm risk area. Now for us, this starts this evening and then continues during the day tomorrow. So we'll see if we get some convective activity, which will lead to some thunder and lightning. Here's Futurecast. So we have scattered showers in today's forecast, but it doesn't look like we get much rain. Looks like we have a lot of dry time. So really today's main event, as I like to say, is this evening, south to north movement rolling up the Cascades, what turns into a heavy rain area that has the potential to bounce into the valley. And if this bounces into the valley, we could really get dumped on tonight in terms of heavy rain, and we would have the potential of some thunder and lightning with that. Certainly heavy rain expected in the mountains tonight. All right, here's Cannon Beach live. 56, still reporting some light rain in the area. Rose City camera, cloudy skies, 65 degrees and dry. So it's a nice start. Again, pavement for the most part should be dry in your neighborhood. 61 in Sherwood and Wilsonville, Battleground and Gresham and Aurora 61, Salem 61, Albany 61. Good morning. Weather map for today. Partly to mostly sunny in eastern Oregon, 80s to about 90. Baker City is expected to hit 90. A lot of clouds in central Oregon, at least the risk of a shower during the day, but mainly dry. And then we've got 60s at the coast and pretty close to 70 up and down I-5. 74 at most for Portland. Tomorrow, a fairly wet day, rain on and off. Saturday, scattered light showers, maybe not that wet. And Sunday, we're totally dry, partly cloudy skies becoming, and high of 78. And that is your forecast.
Thank you, Ron.